Grumman's, also known as the Wave Whisperer. Given this name by a lot of my friends for somehow magically making waves come or waves get better whenever I show up at the ocean. So that's kind of how I got the name the Wave Whisperer. Uh, I don't know. I don't think I have any real magical powers. It just seems like a major coincidence, and we'll get into other stories of how I got this name at a later time. What I wanted to come out today and put out in the air was that I had a dream last night. Now, for those of you that don't know much about the spiritual journey, the journey towards awakening, um, basically they say awakened people stop having dreams, that the dreaming stops, because in the East the Indian mind believes that the dreaming state of consciousness is just unwanted or your unfulfilled desires that have been uh, gone throughout the day. So they think that's all that dreaming is. But on a deeper level, I think that it's not true. I think that um, you're going to dream basically as long as you are in human form. Some people never dream, and I don't know if I quite understand that. Maybe they say they dream and they just don't remember them. A lot of people who smoke cannabis don't remember their dreams, and that's kind of an interesting thing. But anyway, so I'll tell you about this dream I had last night. So I had a job interview, and I went through the job interview and I got the job, and it was on a military base, and it was a top secret uh, job that I had to do. And basically, what my job was to do was to sit and listen to alien noises coming through on microphones from, or excuse me, on speakers coming from outer space. And anyway, I did this all day long, listening on this microphone thing, um, and at the almost towards the end of the dream, my shift ended, and I handed in the speaker and microphone to my boss, and then I went out to my vehicle to get in my car and or my van, excuse me, and drive home. And a lot of times in my dreams, my vehicle is in a huge parking lot and almost impossible to find. Out of thousands and thousands of cars, I have to find which vehicle I drove. I own three vehicles, so I had to think about, okay, which vehicle did I take? And that's when usually when I realize that I'm in a dream. Those are one of the key factors that lets me know, hey, you're dreaming. So then I'm like, okay, I'm dreaming. So I get in my vehicle and I drive around and I have a good time. And what was amazing about this dream is it's like a megalodon of dreams, because it's the only dream I had that night. It lasted 8 hours. I slept a full night and had one dream, and it's crazy. But so a couple other dream moments that have made me have the aha moments. I used to live in a beach called Fort Walton Beach, Florida. It's a beautiful beach town, white sand beaches with crystal clean green water. And I would dream after I left Fort Walton Beach, I would always dream that I returned to Fort Walton Beach. And in my dreams, the beach kind of morphed into a different beach every single time I went in my dream back to Fort Walton Beach. And this happened over years and years, all the way up to about 2012. Um, anyway, so what happened was this beach in my dreams turned into this, really nice beach surrounded by hotels and shopping stores and stuff like that. And it wasn't Fort Walton Beach at all. It was a different beach, one that I'd never been to. So what was interesting is I went to Hawaii with my girlfriend in 2012, and after visiting the North Shore of Oahu for a while, for 4 or 5 days, and surfing our butts off and having a great time, we drove down to Waikiki and spent the night in Waikiki. And I walked out onto the beach one afternoon, not to surf, but just to go look and check it out. And I walked down to the edge of the grass, and there's a little drop off, and then there's some sand and the beach. And I sat there on the sand, or on the grass actually, with my feet in the sand. And I sat there and I looked around and I was like, holy cow, hold on a minute. This is the beach that's been in my dreams all these years. See, my mind could only associate a beautiful beach with Fort Walton Beach. So somehow my consciousness knew that I would be on the beach in Hawaii, looking around and realizing that was that. So that was another aha moment in my dreaming world. And I'll tell you one more story. Okay, so before my father passed away, I had dreams that, well, we weren't very of a well-off family. We did okay, and we did at one time have a real nice big house. And unfortunately, the house was haunted, or at least us kids thought it was haunted. And it haunted us in our dreams after we moved out of the house. So not only I had these dreams, but my sister had these dreams too, that somehow, for some reason, we all thought that there was ghosts in that house, and it followed us after we moved out of the house. We only lived in the house for about 2 years, and after we all moved on in life, and I went into the Air Force, and my sister went off and did her thing, and my brother went off and did his thing. So us siblings have this thing in common, that we felt like, there was something going on in that place. And it just didn't feel easy, or no at easeness about it. And my dog's right here. There's nothing on that plate. So anyway, I moved on in life and went through my years in the Air Force. And then after I got out of the Air Force, I kept having these dreams about my father's house, about this house that was in my dreams that we used to live in, and it haunted me. It scared me. It put this fear in me that I normally wouldn't have in life. And then as I started meditating, something mysteriously started happening. I would go into the house and make one part of the house better, and make it maybe bigger, or just fancy it up, or put in nice mirrors, or do something to fix the house up. And it took the fear of the haunting away. And over the years, this grew and grew and grew, until my father's house became this pretty big mansion. And it went on and on, and I kept dreaming about, this is my father's house. And eventually it had a wooden front porch that was quite big and dark wood. And once you went through the front door, there was a fountain with mermaids in the fountain, and these mirrors along the walls, and dark wood paneling, and these big staircase winding up the front entranceway. It was this incredible mansion. And as my father passed away, I imagined that he moved into this mansion that I had somehow created through positive meditation. And what was interesting about this whole dream thing with the mansion was that there was a TV show, I think it was on Netflix, called The Tidelanders. And The Tidelanders is kind of a mermaid tale set in Australia. And it was a really good show. If you ever get a chance to watch it, I definitely recommend it. And anyway, I saw this house on the Tidelanders, and I'm like, holy cow, that looks like the house that I dreamt of and made for my father. And sure enough, I said, if they open that door and there's a fountain there with mermaids in it, um, then this is that house. So they opened the door, and I was just blown away. You know, the TV crew shows you the inside of the house, and it's the exact same house that I had dreamt of all these years. That it morphed into that house from a haunted house that was kind of horrible in my dreams, all the way to a blessing for my father, a place for my father to reside after he left this earth. But dreams are a very mystical thing, and they may be trying to tell us a story. Uh, they may, yeah, some dreams do fulfill desires that were unfulfilled during the day, but dreams also can help you realize that you're on the right path somewhere down the road in the future. So we just take it at that, and I guess I'll end it at that too, and say, well, thanks for listening to these stories of mine. Uh, I have so many stories to tell that I've picked up over the years, spiritual stories and just stories from my life, mystical things that have happened to me and my friends. And I'm trying to bring Rick Harper into this, and have him share some of his experience and his wisdom with us, because he's a really neat guy, and I think he'll be a great asset to this channel or whatever channel we're on. Together we have a good energy, and I think you guys will dig it and get into that too. So anyway, I guess we'll end it for now. Take care of yourselves, and namaste to all my spiritual friends. Aloha and mahalos to my surfing friends, and blue skies to all you skydivers out there. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.